So I want to talk about the Paris Climate Agreement that President Trump just pulled us out of as a nation. So of course over my Facebook feed I see a lot of complaining over it. The biggest thing that I have to say about that is that tells me that we have become overly reliant upon government to do anything. So whether or not you actually agree with climate change as a concept or not, it's not really relevant here. What's really relevant is the fact that he made a campaign promise to get us out of that. He actually fulfilled his promise. So you got about half the country that's pretty happy about that. And then you got the other half. Kind of simple ways. If you actually agree that climate change is the thing, simple ways that you can go about doing it is try to impact the companies in the United States that actually would make a difference. So if they have a pretty heavy greenhouse gas emission, then maybe you should stop buying their product. If you think cow farts are the things that the methane gas that comes from that, or if you think that's what causes it, maybe you should not eat beef. So all of these are different factors. Then economics is really what drives everything. The Paris Climate Agreement really wasn't going to benefit us nationally all that well, and it was going to force us to spend a buttload of money to get really no results. I think it was like 0.3% reduction in greenhouse emissions. And you can honestly do so much better if you were to rally, with a whole bunch of people with the same interests and actually start impacting these nations economically. So if you want to, go ahead and reduce these things, honestly, just stop buying freaking products. If you think cars are the problem, maybe you shouldn't buy a truck. Maybe you should buy a Prius or, a smart car. Or, I'm sure Elon Musk would love it if you bought a Tesla. While they're all good things, you also have to think of the back end of, the front end of it when they're, actually mining for these things. The batteries in these, the lithium, actually requires some heavy strip mining. But nobody thinks about that. We just think about, air and all that. But, you scorch the earth. Another way that you could impact climate control and all that nonsense is by, if you, every year, for however many are in your family, plant a tree. So if there's 5 of you, plant 5 trees. Trees are, these magical things that actually help reduce carbon dioxide and actually make the area a whole lot prettier to live in. So you get a lot of benefits as a result of just having trees, than sitting there bitching about, what President Trump did. So rather than talk about it, take some friggin' action and actually make an impact. Just stop thinking that we need to legislate, and actually get on a community level and actually do something instead of talking about it. Because your talk is cheap. It's a bunch of bullshit, and obviously President Trump is calling you out on it. So we need to cut this talking crap. If you want to make an impact, it's more about doing and not about talking. All right, that's my little rant about the Paris Climate Agreement, and continue onward.